Hey everyone, Marc Aquino here. This is going to be a lot different from what I usually do. A few days ago I asked people on social media if they could give me questions because I wanted to do like a Q&A video, and I wanted to see like what kind of questions people would want to ask me that wouldn't have to necessarily be just movie related, you know? And to everybody who gave me questions, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate that. So let's get the ball rolling, shall we? What is my favorite movie and my least favorite movie? Oh, well, first off, for my favorite movie, way too easy. Toy Story. That's a given for me. I don't have to think twice for that. Toy Story's always been that one movie that I can always go back to and always find something new with it. I remember watching that movie again and again and again when I was a kid, and I loved it. All the characters, the animation, the story, everything clicked. And it was from that I got to develop a really great appreciation for animation, movies, and a lifelong love of Pixar. And of course I love the sequels just as much, but for the sake of vanity, I'm sticking with the first movie, because the first Toy Story has always put a huge smile on my face. And I always watch it like whenever I can. Whenever it's on TV, I stop what I'm doing and I'm watching it. It has that much of an impact on me. As for my least favorite movie, yeah, it's Scary Movie 3. Ugh. Normally I would dismiss this movie like, oh god, another stupid spoof movie. But I hate this one the most, more than any other, because when I was younger, I used to go to a daycare run by a family friend, and her daughter was obsessed with this movie. She would watch this movie with her friends over and over and over again and make me watch it over and over and over again, to the point where they were quoting it. Oh my god, I hate it. It's like when you force someone to watch a movie this bad, then you could see why I hate it. Oh man. What's the next question? I gotta find something else to talk about that won't make me want to pull my hair out. What's my favorite curse word? Honestly, I would actually have to say, as Ralphie would put it,
the F word.
I've stated on my videos before that I'm a huge Kevin Smith fan. I've reviewed some of his films. He does a lot of podcasting nowadays, and I listen to like his main podcast, Smodcast. He hosts it with his friend and producing partner Scott Mosier. I think it's probably after listening to that show and some of the episodes for that repeatedly that curse word started to kind of somehow have a spot for me. If that sounds wrong, whatever. Especially with this one bit. They were reading a news article regarding Pope Francis. He accidentally let an F-bomb slip during a Vatican address. I think that the new Pope is like Argentinian, and the main language for the Vatican is Italian, so you can see why he had that slip up, because he's transitioning from one language to the other. But they were talking about the news story in a really funny way that just made me start to realize, yeah, that's my favorite curse word. Don't believe me? Well, take a listen.
This is my kind of pope, man. This is a pope for the 21st century. This is a motherfucker who's just like, fuck.
What did he just say?
Did he not say what I think he said?
Did Pope just say fuck?
I said what we're all thinking. Fuck. What are we going to do? So many souls convert. So many poor. Look at the sick. We're not doing enough. Every morning I wake up and I say, fuck.
Oh my God, that'd be amazing. I just say, everybody just, come on. It feels good. Just say.
I want you to go to your windows. I want you to throw them open. I want you to stick your head out. I want you to say, fuck. Oh my God, dude. This would be, I would reconsider going to church if they're like, the Pope had a fucking press conference today where he's like, yeah, I'm the Pope, but I'm going to start regularly using fuck in public.
Yeah.
I've given up sex. I don't get that. So I'll take fuck
Yeah.
back. I can't really fuck. So I'm going to say the fuck out of fuck. And every time I say it, know that I don't get to fuck. And that's my sacrifice for Jesus because I love him.
I fucking love him.
See? You just need it, as a Pope, man.
I love Kevin Smith. What's my favorite Nicolas Cage performance and why? Oh, oof, now that's a tough one. For those who aren't familiar with Nicolas Cage, or who know who he is but aren't too familiar with him, over the last few years he's gained a pretty big following in terms of his acting techniques, noticing that a lot of his performances in movies can make him overact to the point where he's not necessarily bad, but it's just he's really trying a lot. And well, I don't know if that's really the best way to describe it. But there's one performance of his that really sticks out for me as his most overacted performance of all, and that's from a movie called Deadfall. If you have the chance, look it up. It is hysterical. His performance in that movie is hysterical. Especially one scene in particular that, I'm just going to show it to you. Just to give you a small taste of how much he can overact.
Someone's gonna kill me, man! The fucking hangers! Shut up! Shut the fuck up, man! Oh, you fucking low, man! What am I, a fucking retard, man? Am I a fucking retard, huh? I know what this is. You're trying to stop me out because of a crazy little nephew being around. Well, vive la fucking France, man!
I love that man. Is there a place that I feel most comfortable at? I'm in college right now. I'm taking classes at the same place where Main Stage Center for the Arts is held. That's where I went to make all my short films at the Main Stage Film Program. That's where I made the Alpha Guy, The Wanderer, and Special. And I always walk by where the film program was held. And I think that's the place where I feel the most relaxed, is near that room. And plus there's a park bench that's outside of that room that I like to hang out at, reminiscing about a lot of great times during those 3 summers, just thinking about old friends and all the fun times I had with them. That's the one place that I feel the most comfortable at. What's the first time you said WTF after a movie? I would have to say Amazing Spider-Man 2, but I'm not going to go too much into that because a bunch of other people have already done that, so I don't think it's really necessary for me to add my 2 cents to that. Nerd! What are some things that you obsess over? That's a pretty trick question. I'm on the autistic spectrum, so I tend to obsess about a lot of stuff. All I'll say about this is I obsess about a lot of stuff. Not just stuff in movies and TV and pick apart little things. But again, that's not just being being on the autistic spectrum, but that's also, just being a nerd in general. You tend to nitpick just the slightest things. Or it's not even the trait of being a nerd, it's also just having a very sarcastic and narcissistic point of view. So, yeah. Kiss, marry, kill. Poison Ivy, Catwoman, Harley Quinn. Ooh, it's one of those questions, huh? Alright, first of all, Poison Ivy, Harley Quinn, Catwoman, those are all obvious, Batman villains. I'd have to say, Kiss, I would say Catwoman. Marry, Harley Quinn. Yes, she's completely nuts, but hey, aren't we all? Kill, yeah, definitely Poison Ivy, because, she's a plant woman, and, I could just, throw acid on her, burn stuff, set her on fire. Yeah, this got dark real quick. I'm sorry. Let's see, what's the next question?
Subscribe.